Boob's like almost touching the floor, the sofa.
What?
I don't ever want for silver or gold. I don't ever want for stories untold. I have infinite expectations of you.
Hi everyone, so this is Rue, and Rue is going to have her maternity bath. She's due a litter any day now. I wouldn't recommend that you give your dog a bath before they give birth, or while they are this heavily pregnant if they aren't completely comfortable with the whole process. Rue's used to being bathed and groomed. She really enjoys it, so we know that it's fine to go ahead and give her a bath. We like to do this with our girls before they give birth, so they're nice and clean, because Newfies are slobbery, dirty beasts who make a lot of mess and get stuck up with lots of dirt and everything. Are you thinking of a weird dad? So I have my trusty shampoo gun. I will link this. It is fantastic. It is probably the biggest time saver and the best grooming product I've bought this year so far. So I will definitely link this. I'll show you how it works. Just disperses the shampoo so well. I just put it in the bottle here, and it pumps it out along with the water. What I like about this one, as opposed to the other one that we used to have, the water doesn't directly go into the bottle. The shampoo is sucked out, so it doesn't continuously dilute the shampoo. It's the same strength the whole way through, which I prefer much better to the old one that we used to have. Give me that big belly. I don't want to pull her belly. Good girl. There is a dial on the top here if you want to switch the shampoo off or up or down. I just put it on full power.
Good girl.
I can't be bothered. I'm pregnant. That was exactly the same. Now the shampoo's all over her body. I'm just going to give it a nice rub in, nice massage. Oh, it's a good girl. Is that nice? Come, turn, turn. Feet, girl. Oh, dirty feet. You. So these, they're a bit tatty and old now, but these are really good. They use them as cooling cloths for dogs, but they also pull out a lot of water from the cord, so they dry like cardboard, really stiff. As soon as they get wet, they get soft again, and you can just pull out a ton of a ton of water, and then just squeeze them out, squeeze the water out. Thank you. Just squeeze.
Good girl.
You can just squeeze out a ton of water rather than using a ton of towels and having to wash them and dry them. You can basically just wring these out and hang them over somewhere to dry. As you can see, pull out a ton of water. I shall just put a link for everything, if I can find these. I got them at Pets at Home. I got them at Pets at Home a long time ago, and I actually made some cooling coats for the dogs. because it's super cold when it's wet, and it makes great material for dog cooling coats as well. Or we just put them on the floor in the hot weather and the dogs lie on them, and they don't soak the coat, which is also really nice. But it has an awesome cooling effect. So I mean, they were dirt cheap, a couple of quid, a couple of pounds. I'll take her over to the dryer.
Come on, girl.
Good girl. Come into this. Another must-have if you are going to have a Newfoundland is definitely a dog dryer. This was an expensive one. We had 11 Newfoundlands and a couple of Chow Chows, so you can get cheap ones from Amazon. We've had some cheaper ones. I mean, they break after a couple of years, but you know, if you want a workhorse, get something like this. But if you don't want to forget that much money, you only have one or two. You know, I ran a grooming salon on a £60 one, so it is doable. This is just going to save you some more time, which when you have the amount of dogs we do, you need time. Oh, you can still do it. Good girl. So when I dry the coat, I haven't got the end on here at the moment. I usually go in first with the end on to take the thick of the water off, and then I take the end off and pretty much touch the coat the whole entire time, because if you're doing it from further back here, then you're not getting the coat as dry as what you are when you put it to the coat and just move it around. I'll show you, but I'll have to turn the sound down on the video because it is loud.
Good, yeah.
Well, if you like my new headwear, the reason that I've purchased this is the first time I've used it. As when you start to dry a double coated dog, or your undercoat starts flooding out, and it's in your eyeballs, and it's up your nose, and it's in your mouth. And other than blasting it off, which I keep doing continuously all throughout the groom, I thought I would buy this. And so far, so good. So I can link this also.
Yeah.
I'm just brushing here to get out the last of the undercoat. I would recommend to continuously brush once the coat's half dry. We are almost done. I have to say this headwear was fantastic. No more hairs in my eyeballs or mouth, so I will stick a link in the description. I'll stick a USA and a UK link in there. My husband was just pointing out how pregnant she looks. It's so hard to catch that on camera. So what Rue is just about dry and brushed through, no knots and tangles, it's all clean. Ready to give birth here in a couple of days. Rue is 62 days pregnant today, and Newfoundlands for the most part. Generally whelp, which is the proper word for give birth for a dog. Newfoundlands generally whelp, in my experience, day 65 from ovulation. I don't know if you watched our earlier video when I did the maternity clip. Here's some of the growth over the past couple of weeks, so that she has some hair just to cover her skin from the puppy's nails. Are you okay?
You've got a hair in my throat. You've got a hair in your throat, girl.
So yeah, so it's grown back enough to protect the skin. But it's also not as long as this hair up here, where it's going to get caught in the puppy's mouths or the puppies will get tangled up in it. It's just enough to protect her skin. So that's why we did it a couple of weeks ago in our previous video. So we are having a lot of building work done. There was a lot of underpinning, so we're actually working with half a house. So we're going to go inside, set up the whelping pen in a different room to what we would usually use, but we hope it'll work out just fine. Here's Mark. I am there kind of helping, directing, setting up the pen. This is from a company called Tekplaz. I'll put the name and the spelling in the description also, just in case anybody wants to buy something like this. It's fantastic, easy to wipe clean. It's been in storage, so it's a bit grubby here, but we're giving it a good clean down.
Aren't you a fan? The newbies don't like the heat. No, they don't.
Yeah. Excuse the mishmash of colours. We do have 3, so we've just pieced together the bits that we could bother to drag out of storage, but we do prefer this door as opposed to the other door we have on the other whelping pen, so it works out nice. We are checking Rue's temperature several times a day, looking for that temperature drop of 37.1 Celsius or below. That means that labour is imminent, usually within the next couple of hours, although not all girls do have this drop. It's a rule of thumb, but Rue has always done that in the past. The labour signs or pre-labour signs would include emptying the bowels, sometimes a little bit of diarrhoea, refusing to eat. Even human food is usually a good sign that labour is imminent, and also nesting and digging, and this is something that carries on into the first stage of labour. Once labour has established, you will expect a lot of restlessness and heavy panting. Our girls kind of start off lower and then kick it up a notch. We expect that to go on usually for around 24 hours with our Newfoundlands. That is normal for us. Of course, you wouldn't expect any signs of struggle or pushing for a very long time, but restlessness and panting is completely normal. We are hoping to go live with the birth and document that, so please do hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you hit the notification bell, then you won't miss any live videos that we post, or in fact the documented birth. Rue is definitely feeling the love. All of our newfies seek out our contact and our love and comfort during labour and the whole birthing process. They do not like to be left. They are not the breed that can just do it on their own. It wouldn't end well. Newfoundlands are clumsy and can step on puppies, so for that reason we never leave the puppies alone. That boob's like almost touching the floor, the sofa. So as I am editing this, Rue is now 63 days, so she is due tomorrow or the next day, we would guess at, so do follow along for the process. Rue's whelping box will remain open. We never lock our girls away. She will go in there when she wants to. So for now, she can just continue to keep us on our toes and watching out for all these signs and that temperature drop. If you have liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing to our channel. Leave any questions in the comments and we'll be more than happy to answer them.
What?